In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spaulding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spaulding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year of record enrollment. All the while, UT's academic profile continues to increase. There has been $350 million in new construction since 2000. We have added 7 new residence halls, academic buildings and labs, as well as athletic facilities. Plant Hall even got new carpet and new windows. UT now has more than 3,000 events annually and 200 clubs and student organizations. We have won 13 NCAA Division II championships, and since 2000, Spartan teams have won 35 Sunshine State Conference titles. As a member of the University of Tampa Spartan family, you are a guiding force behind UT's remarkable success. We are alums, students, parents, and friends, and together we are changing lives. We are individuals, yet the greater whole is only complete when we work together. You have helped make UT a vibrant community with growing resources and a superior reputation. Just like in the beginning when professors worked without pay, the spirit of giving at UT remains strong. Last year, nearly $14 million was donated to the university by thousands of generous supporters. When we strengthen education, we strengthen our job force and our nation as a whole. Donations support academics, campus life, and a student's ability to afford an education. Your participation is what matters most and shows that our Spartan family believes in the future of UT. Whatever level of support, your gift is important to us and enables UT to provide the challenging, high-quality education that has defined our university. Thank you for helping UT achieve such great success.
The UT experience begins with an innovative first-year program and continues with opportunities to challenge yourself in the honors program, to study abroad, to conduct research with faculty, to do an internship, to volunteer in the community, or to participate in multiple leadership programs. Explore your dreams, discover your talents, get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tampa Spartans softball. We've got the Spartans today against the Bloomsburg University Huskies. And here we go. Leading off with Kaylee Leonard, the third baseman, number 8. She's 5'3" out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. As she takes ball 1 to begin. The Tampa Spartans right now are 16-1 overall. Won their last game. They're off to a great start so far this season. Meanwhile, here's the pitch. And it's taken for a strike over the outside corner. Huskies are 4-6 to begin the season. They've lost 4 straight, began 4-2. And they're looking to get a win here against the Spartans. As she takes outside, ball 2. Two and 1 count here. The reel and delivery. Swing and a miss. Tipped for a strike, and the count's 2-2. Tampa Spartans are off to a great start in their softball season, have a team batting average of .387 with a 16-1 record. Lined up the middle, a base hit. Into center field. And Bloomsburg gets their first hit of the day, their first base runner. And that's going to bring up Bella Culp. Number 4, a sophomore out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. She can play all over. And she shows bunt, pulls back, and takes one high and outside for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. Long hold and delivery. Takes one in the middle for a strike. 2-1. Corners come in. Reel and delivery. Lays a bunt up in the air and it's caught. They look towards first, but the runner returned. And that's going to be a bunt pop out over to third base. Excellent charge by number 12, Cameron Winninger, over at third for the first out of the inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball escapes to the backstop, and the runner's going to advance to second. This is Taylor Welsh, 5'8" freshman out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. And now a runner in scoring position here with 1 out. The reel and delivery. Takes it high for a ball. 1-1. Catcher was charged with a pass ball on the last pitch. Here's the pitch. Takes one just off the outside corner for ball 2. Here's the pitch. On the corner, called strike. 2-2. 1 out, a runner on second. Accurate delivery here. Here we go. Chopped. Back to the pitcher. She checks the runner. Low throw, but it is caught for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Kate DeSimone to keep that ball in front of her and make sure they get the out. Had that ball escaped, runner likely would have ended up on third base. Instead, there are 2 outs, stranded back at second. And here's number 12, Alexis Seminger, the catcher. 5'4" junior out of Everett, PA. And she takes a strike right down the middle to begin this at-bat. Here's the pitch. Line into center. Base hit. It's going to drop. Here's the throw. They're going to hold her at third. And the runners are at the corners now with 2 outs. Smart decision by the third base coach, as the cutoff had a clear lane straight to the catcher that probably would have had the runner by half a mile. And now here's Emma Little, the catcher, number 11, 5'7" out of Pittsburgh, PA, a sophomore. Looking to possibly break this thing open, put some runs on the board for the Huskies. Here's the pitch. Checked her swing and just got a piece of it, fouled it off. Umpire calls time. Checking on the catcher there, making sure she's all right, but she is. And that's strike 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And they put her in an 0-2 hole. Forces her to protect the plate. 2 outs. Looking to get out of a jam here and leave this thing scoreless. The final pitch. High and out. Ball 1. It's 1-2 count. Nice job by Little there. Staying disciplined despite being down in the hole in this at-bat. Trying to stay alive. Here we go. Takes it just off the corner, low and outside, ball 2, and it evens up the count at 2-2. Here we go, 2-2, 2 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Tampa gets out of a jam, 2 hits, no runs. We'll go to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're here at the bottom of the first inning. Tampa coming up to bat as the Huskies have number 13, Callie Sowers, on the mound, pitching. 5'6" sophomore out of Irwin, PA. And we got Lauren Fantone leading off this inning. Outfielder 5'3", sophomore out of DeLand, Florida. And she shows bunt on the first pitch, but takes it slightly outside for ball 1. And she fouls one into the backstop for the first strike. Fantone waiting in that box, staring down the pitcher, and she takes one low and outside for ball 2. Clearly ready to pounce on whatever comes her way here. And takes it ball 3, 3-1. Fantone's got a .370 batting average so far, off to a hot start this season. And she takes a strike in the bottom of the zone. Count is full now. Just 2 doubles, 15 singles so far on the season. She's a solid contact hitter. Lined up the middle, and just as I said it, she has a one-hopper into center field for a base hit. Good contact hitter, putting the ball in play. And that brings up Lily Keister, number 3. Keister's hitting .415 so far this season with 11 RBIs in 17 games played. 3 stolen bases, scored 18 times. And she shows bunt as well, but did not get it down, and the pitcher's called the ball. Fantone is also not a huge stolen base threat, only 2 on the season so far. And she gets this one down, back to the pitcher. They're going to go to first with it, and she's out by half a step. But they advance the runner to second, 1 away. And here's Alexa Russo up to bat, the third base player, hitting .370 in 15 games so far. Takes one inside, skips off the catcher's glove for a ball, but there's some controversy here. The umpire is sending the runner back to second base. And I believe it's not called a foul ball. It's still a ball. There might have been some kind of interference that sent the runner back. And she fouls one in the backstop there for the first strike. Russo scored 8 times so far this season, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. And she fouls another one off for strike 2. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, left center field. Who's going to get it? Center field calls, makes the catch, tagging up, coming to third, and the ball hops off the third base player, and she's going to be safe at third base with 2 outs. Nearly had her trying to advance on the tag up, but a short hop ate up the third base player that she could not make the tag. And now there are 2 outs. And an opportunity for Cameron Wininger. 5-1 out of Plant City, Florida. And she takes a strike down the middle. 0-1. Wininger can play all over. She's having a great season so far as she takes up high for ball. Hitting .476, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs, scored 19 times. She's off to a hot start this season for sure. 4 doubles and 2 triples to boot. And she takes something off speed, just missed the corner for a ball. And the count's 2-1, 2 out, runner on third. Wininger looking to do some damage here, break this open, and put the Spartans on the board. Here's the delivery. Oh! And that came off of her bat. I believe it came off the knob of her bat. Looked like it came off her hand from this angle. But instead, it's going to be a foul ball and put her in a 2-2 hole. 2-2, here we go. Swing and a miss. They got her, and they get out of a jam. Both sides doing so. Still no score. We're going to head to the top of the second inning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the second inning. Bloomsburg coming up to bat. Jayla Bartholomew getting things started for the Huskies. She's off to a bit of a slow start this season. And she takes a fastball down Broadway for a strike. Just batting 111 so far in 18 at-bats, 2 hits. And only struck out once, so she can put the ball in play. Here we go. And she takes upstairs for a ball. And she fouls that one down the right field line, out of play over the netting there. On the mound is Mary Beth Feldman, number 18. 6 games so far. She is 6-0, ladies and gentlemen. Started 6 games, won them all. 2.45 ERA. Just 24 strikeouts through 34 innings. And she gets this one up in the air to center. And that's put away for the first out of the inning. That's Lily Keister out in center field, number 3. And that brings up Cami Kropinski, number 9. And she fouls that first pitch off for a strike. She's off to a hot start, hitting .444 this season. 18 at-bats, 8 hits. 1 RBI, and just 1 strikeout. The pitch from Feldman. Sliced foul down the right field line as well. Feldman likes to work those batters, those right-handed batters on the outside corner, getting them to punch it the other way, not giving anything to them that they could possibly pull or get their whole gut into. And she's showing bunt here, but she's going to pull back and slam this one into left field, but it is caught. A fly out for the second out of the inning. That's exactly what I believe Feldman is trying to avoid this game. It appears to be her approach of pitching, especially these right-handed batters who have a more difficult time facing a right-handed pitcher, keeping the pitches outside, not giving them anything that they can get their entire body into and crush over the fence. Swing and a miss to begin this at-bat by Mia Nemeth. Nemeth hitting 176 so far this season. 3 hits and 17 at-bats. And she pulls this one down the line, but foul. Again, something that Feldman has been avoiding up to this point with the last 2 batters in terms of keeping those balls out of the sweet zone for these right-handed hitters. So it's an 0-2 count. Got to protect the plate. She chokes up on the bat. And did she hold up? Called strike 3 by the first base umpire, saying she went around. That'll end the inning, and we go to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
That's good, right? That's good. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Mariah Galehouse getting the inning started here. Batting fifth in right field. She also pitches just a 1.89 ERA so far this season. And she takes the first pitch down low and inside for a ball. In terms of her hitting, she's hitting .500 so far this season with 3 home runs. And that one's a little bit higher up in the zone for a strike. And the scoreboard says 1-2, but I believe it's 1-1 to Galehouse. And she fouls this one back into the net, and now it's 1-2. Getting things started here. She's got 24 RBIs so far this season. Definitely an impressive start to a season that only began about a month ago. And she pulls that one, just out of play and nearly taking out her third base coach. Jammed her on the hands, and she was able to get them inside, but the ball goes out of play, and it's 1-2. Galehouse only struck out 3 times so far this season, looking to protect. And she takes the off-speed pitch in the dirt. Tried to fool her, but couldn't for ball 2. Swinging a drive down the right field line. That ball is foul. Just out of play. Right fielder tried to chase it down, but could not get there. And we continue the at-bat. Callie Sowers on the mound, 3.50 ERA. She's 2-2 this season with 3 complete games. And she gets a pop-up here on the infield, first base calls, and puts it away. That's Taylor Welsh over at first base, number 23, first out of the inning. And here's Lexi Chevalier, number 13. Righty hitter. She's hitting .319 this season. And she swings and misses at the first one, a little low and inside for a strike. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, and 8 runs scored. Something that's particularly potent about this Tampa Spartans team, their offense. And she gets a piece of that one and fouls it in the catcher's mitt for strike 2. A lot of high batting averages, a lot of runs driven in. And that's, if Bloomsburg can somehow manage to mitigate that, it could be the key to success for that team. And she takes one just inside. A lot of disapproval from the crowd on that one. For ball 1, and it's 1-2. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swinged and popped up out of play for a foul ball. Still 1-2. Sowers has appeared in 5 games so far, started 4, and 3 of them she was complete. Swing and a miss, outside corner. Strike 3, and that's 2 away. Doing a solid job here. And that brings up Avery Perkins. Takes one outside for a ball. Perkins hitting .476 on the season, 3 RBIs, 4 runs. Doesn't hit home runs, but great contact hitter here at the bottom of the order. And she charges up and checks her swing, fouled back into the net for a strike. She's a slap lefty hitter, charging up out of the box, gaining some momentum as the pitch comes in. Almost reminds me of Ichiro Suzuki, who played in the MLB for what seems like a lifetime before transferring over to the Eastern world. Still playing baseball. into his late ages. Here's the pitch. And she drives one right at short, who makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Nice defensive play. We're going to go to the top of the third inning. Still no score here in Tampa.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Here's the last batter in the order. Sage Weedlich, hitting .389 so far this season, 18 at-bats. The delivery from Feldman is over the outside corner. A fastball for strike one. Weeblich has walked just once so far this season, but hitting .389. Can put the ball in play. She chops one up the middle, short to first, and they get her for the first out of the inning. Grounded out, 6-3. One down. Here's Kaylee Lennon. Kaylee Leonard, number 8. The junior out of Sunbury, PA. And she checks her swing, up high, taken for a ball. She also charges up in the box as those pitches come in, ready to pounce, potentially a potent pull hitter. And she whiffs on that one, something off speed there for a strike, 1-1. And she takes it outside, ball 2, 2-1. That was Steph Ballmer at short, who made the previous ground out play over to first for the first out of the inning. The pitch to Leonard. And it jammed her low and in for a called strike. Just caught the inside corner. And you could tell she certainly wasn't going to be able to get her hands inside on that one as she started to charge up. 2-2 pitch. Driven to second. Nice sliding play to make the ground out by Russo for the second out of the inning. Nice slide to scoop that one up. Going down on a knee to keep that ball in front of her for the second out. And now here's Colt, number 4. And she fouls one off. I believe it came off the catcher, potentially the umpire. They'll take a second there, 0-1. 2 outs. Cole hitting .320 on the season. She's 8 for 25. And takes something off speed, low and out for a ball. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 2. 2-1. Two and one, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And she jammed her in on the hands, fouled back into the net. Evens the count, 2-2, 2 outs. Feldman looking to end this third inning, be clean through 3. Just giving up 2 hits so far. And it's taken just low, ball 3, and that will make the count full. Here's the pitch. Full count. Jammed her, popped up. Chevalier coming over, and she makes the catch, taken off the mask to end the inning. Well done by Chevalier to put that one away and keep Tampa clean. It's still no score. We head to the bottom of the third. And she takes upstairs, ball 2. Spartans struggling to throw strikes here in the 4th inning. 2-0. And there it is, a check swing strike, swing and a miss, 2-1. And you got to think that, of course, the coach also mentioned to her pitcher, hey, you're just out there to throw strikes and let the batters put the ball in play. Shows bunt, but she fouls it back into the net, 2-2. As in a defensive game like this, you don't want to start walking people and letting up runs in that way, especially when the defense has been stellar. We saw some nice plays by Balmer as well as Bloomsburg today, but a tie and outside counts full. McGinnis delivers, fouled off, still staying alive is Little. Trying to do something here. Full count, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Takes it up high, off speed, and she's walked the bases loaded. And that brings up Jayla Bartholomew, number 10 for the Huskies. No outs here. In need of some strikes. Ground ball through the hole into right field, a base hit. One run's going to come in. They're going to hold the other at third. Nice catch by Chevalier behind the plate. That ball came smoking in. They thought that they were going to send the runner, and it did not hop. She made a nice catch to keep that ball from bouncing to the backstop and potentially letting up another run. And now Kropinski is going to come up to the plate. Bases loaded again, showing bunt. We'll see if she pulls back. She does, and swings and misses at the first one for strike 1. Bases juiced here yet again. First run of the game for Bloomsburg. They're up 1-0 now. McGinnis gets a swing and a miss, and now it's an 0-2 hole. That run's going to be charged to Feldman, who's not McGinnis's runner. And there's a foul ball into the backstop, keeping it alive, still now 0-2. No outs yet. And she's still showing bunt on the 0-2 count, but she pulls back and takes one just upstairs for a ball. Not sure if you can hear, ladies and gentlemen, but there is a decent number of Bloomsburg fans here today cheering their team on. And maybe that's taking an effect, inspiring the team to perform. And she gets a piece, but into the middle of the catcher for out number 1. That's a strikeout. 1 down. And that brings up Mia Namath, number 14. And we have to commend Chevalier for her performance behind the plate so far. And she framed that one for a strike, just as I say it. She's done a nice job of keeping the ball in front of her, handled a couple of off pitches, made a nice catch from an outfield throw that could have caused trouble, as there's a foul ball and the count's 0-2. Really working with her pitchers today to try to help them regain some control, as they put Namath in no 2 hole here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fouled off down the right field line. Still 0-2. Little on second. Bartholomew at first. It's Minger at third. And she punches this one up in the air. It is caught. No, I believe that was an infield fly rule, but regardless, Russo makes the catch for the second out of the inning. It should have been an infield fly. Pop out to Russo, and there are 2 down. Bases remain loaded. Grounded to second, scoops it up, throws to short, and they end the inning. Russo to Balmer on Weidlich's ground ball. But Bloomsburg gets a run. They're up 1-0. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Taylor Welsh now on the field playing first base for the Bloomsburg Huskies. And Russo coming up to the plate. He's made a couple of nice plays at second base so far. And she takes a slow one low and out for ball one. Russo has a sac fly in this game to advance a runner. Takes one down low for a ball. (2-0) coming to Russo. Takes one down the middle for a strike. 2-1. And she pulls this one into left, but that is caught by Weidlich. One down. Nice job charging in to make that catch. One away. And now Wininger comes up to the plate. Second at bat of the day. She struck out in her first. And she punches this one into left field for a base hit. In on the hands, nothing that she can't work with. A nice job of pouncing on the first pitch to give Tampa a runner on first. And here's Galehouse, who is playing right field. She's 0 for 1 today. Batting fifth. And she swings and hits a fly ball into right field. Charging in is Bartholomew to make the catch, and that's 2 away. Wininger couldn't go anywhere off of first there. 2 down. And Chevalier comes up to the plate now. She's done a great job defensively catching so far. Let's see if she can get something going behind up at the plate as a batter. Takes one low and outside, ball one. Two outs here. Takes one low and in, ball two. Bloomsburg will have the top of their order coming up to bat next inning. In the top of the fifth, but here we are still in the fourth. Swinging a high fly into left. That's going to go foul, out of play. And I don't hear any alarms, so luckily it did not take out any vehicles. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Runner going, grounder to short, throws to first, and they get her to end the inning. Still 1-0 Bloomsburg. We're heading to the top of the fifth off that last hit and run. We'll be right back.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fifth inning. Bloomsburg coming up. And Bloomsburg has the top of their order coming up. Leonard, Culp, and Welsh, who have one hit combined. They're 1 for 5. Welsh scored in this game so far. Leonard has a hit. Culp 0 for 2. We're going to kick things off with Leonard, playing third base today. And McGinnis is back out on the mound to continue into the fifth inning after... Here's the pitch. Takes a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. McGinnis came in to relieve Feldman, letting up a run that was not hers. It was Feldman's runner. And she pulls this one. Nice play by second. High throw, though, gets away. And they're going to call the ball dead and out of play. Runner advances to second on that. There was nearly interference. They're going to rule it a hit and an error. They're going to call that a throwing error on second base there. But a hit that allowed her to reach first, the throwing error that pushed her to second as the ball flew out of play. So now here's Culp, 0-1 count. Takes it low and out for a ball, 1-1. Third base coming in. You have to wonder if there's probably, it's unlikely to see a bunt here from your positional second hitter. She pops up on the infield, and Balmer takes control for the first out of the inning. A pop out, 1 down. And now the first base player, Taylor Welsh, 0 for 1 today. She scored after walking. And here's the pitch. Takes it outside for a ball. McGinnis in her second full inning. Looking to get something to keep the runners at bay. And she gets a swing and a miss on a low and inside pitch. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swatted. Nice catch over at first by DeSimone for the second out. A soft line drive that took her into foul ground. And the Spartans continuing to limit the damage, still keeping that runner at second after that error to kick things off. And Minger up to bat. She chops one to second, slow grounder, and they put her away to end the inning. Spartans avoid letting up any more damage. Still 1-0. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth. We'll be right back.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for.
Avery Perkins up to lead things off for the Spartans. Sauer's still out on the mound in her 5th inning. She's got 4 strikeouts through 3 hits, and delivers a slow one there, low and out for ball 1. Takes one on the lower outside corner for a strike. 1-1. Perkins 0 for 1 today, looking for her first hit. Here's the pitch, and she swats that one back foul. And now it's 1-2. One-two pitch. She steps into the box. Oh, takes an off-speed, slow changeup that floated out of the strike zone, according to the umpire. Completely fooled Perkins at the plate, but she gets away with it. And now she swats this one foul into left field. Still 2-2. Two-two pitch. Takes it low and outside, ball 3. And the count's full. Perkins working the count here. Sauer's about to throw her 60th pitch. Trying to avoid giving up a base runner. And that's chopped foul backwards. Skipped off the home plate umpire, it seemed. It was Edwin Rigan. But he's all right, dusts himself off and returns behind the plate. Full count. Pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball, center field. Namath's there, and she makes the catch. 1 down. That brings up KT Simone, playing first. She's 1 for 1 today. She doubled in her first at-bat. Looking to get some offense going for the Spartans, who have been held to just 3 hits so far in the 5th inning. And she whiffs on that first one. 0-1. Takes it up high for a ball. 1-1. Sowers has done a good job. She grabs that rosin bag to dust herself off. Keeping the ball under control today. And that's pulled just out of reach of Kropinski at short. A base hit into left center field for D. Simone. Her 2nd hit of the day. A double and a single. She's a triple and a home run away from the cycle. And now Steph Ballmer comes up to the plate, the shortstop. And then we got top of the order. 1 out here. And she lays down a bunt softly. Throw to first. They got her for the 2nd out. And it advances D. Simone to 2nd, but now there are 2 down as Fantone comes up to the plate, trying to keep this inning still alive. She's 1 for 2 today. 2 down. And time is called. The Spartans coach is going to come chat with the umpire briefly, and it appears that they may be making, yes, they're going to make a change, bring in a pinch runner for DeSimone, and that is Abigail Siegel, pinch running at second. Abby Siegel, pinch running at second. The sophomore for UT. She doesn't have any stolen bases, so it's not necessarily a move regarding the running game. We'll see. And there is a slow curve that falls into the zone for strike one. Tampa has not been prone to the off-speed pitch today. And now she takes a fastball outside for a ball. Very few Spartans have taken a hack at anything off-speed today, and I believe that's why the Huskies keep going back to it. Trying to catch the Spartans off guard. But now a couple of fastballs puts Sowers behind. 2-1 now. The pitch. Up high, ball 3. And Fantone's ahead in the count, 3-1. Siegel on second. Swinging foul back out of play. Full count. Just a little bit late on that fastball. Count full. 2 down. Here we go. Swinging a drive. Base hit up the middle. They're going to wave her around. No throw to the plate. The run scores. It's an RBI single for Fantone. Siegel comes in, and Tampa has tied this game 1-1. Lily Keister comes up to the plate trying to keep this going. That was a clutch piece of hitting. In a tough spot, protecting the plate and able to hit a line drive straight up the middle to tie the game. In a key situation as we're about halfway through. Past halfway, and now time is going to be called. And the Spartans coach is speaking with the umpire right now. It seems there may be a pinch hitter. Still waiting on the official call here. So they gather the Huskies on the pitching, in the pitching circle, just to calm down Sowers and make sure that she's doing all right. She's been pitching a good game. That's her first run that she's given up. And Caroline Watson is into pitch hit, number 15. She's a catcher out of Orlando, Florida. And she's quick to pounce a little bit early, fouling that one back. Strike one. Oh and 1. Takes it off speed in the dirt. Runner goes. And she is safe. Steals second base. Fantone. Trying to take advantage of a slow pitch there, and it worked. It was still close, but she slid just under the tag and was able to grab that base. It's now 1-1. Runner on second. Takes it high and out, ball 2. The pitch to Watson. Taken high, ball 3, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Jammed on the hands, and that's punched out of play. No potential for Leonard there to try to get that one down. The count's full now. Caroline Watson hitting 182 so far in 13 games with a pair of RBIs and a run scored. And she calls time while standing in the box. Trying to knock Sowers off her rhythm here. Full count. Taken high, ball 4. And this inning continues. First and second now. And time is called by Bloomsburg Huskies bench. Coach is going to come out to talk to the pitcher. And this is a competitive game so far. We saw some excellent defensive plays from both sides in the early innings. Now in the last 2 innings, each team has scored a run apiece. Tied up, bottom of the 5th. And Sowers is still staying out there. She's been pitching a really good game, only giving up 5 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. Just 1 extra base hit so far, but now with first and second 2 out, she's trying to close out this inning. She gave up that 2-out base hit that drove in the first Spartan run earlier. Here we go. Swinging a high pop-up out of play behind the catcher. 0-1. For Russo. Keister is pinch running for Russo over at first, by the way. And they take a strike. 0-2. Sowers being rallied by her teammates. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a drive, right field, base hit. It's going to get down. They're going to wave her around. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. The run scores. And Tampa takes the lead 2-1. RBI single by Russo. They take the lead and keep this inning going. Yet another 2-out hit for the Spartans. That's how the first run came in as well, only that one was to center. They're spraying the balls all over the field now with 2 down. Umpire's going to come in, get a couple of new balls. Pitcher calms down a bit. She's been pitching a really good game. It's just a couple of these hits so far this inning that came at a really clutch opportunities for the Tampa Spartans to take this lead. A nasty off-speed pitch down the middle for a called strike to Winninger. She's 1 for 2. Again, we really haven't seen the Spartans bite at much of that off-speed junk that has been thrown by Sowers throughout this game. Some really sweet pitches which have just totally fooled the Spartans, and they haven't been prepared to take a hack at one. And she takes this one low in the dirt for a ball. But they still have the lead. They're doing the damage in this inning. And she takes one high and in. Counts 3-1. Runners at the corners, 2 out for Winninger. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. Who's going to get it? It's Culp at second. Makes the catch. Ends the inning, but not before the Spartans take the lead off 2 RBI singles. It's now 2-1 Tampa. Heading to the top of the 6th inning. Bloomsburg coming up to plate. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Little coming up to the plate. Emma Little to kick things off for Bloomsburg. Little, the catcher, she's 0 for 1 today. And she takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. McGinnis still out there. He's yet to give up a run. And swing and a miss. For a strike, it's 1-1. McGinnis entering her 3rd inning. About to throw her 29th pitch. And there's a pitch high and out for a ball. Little's walked in this game and struck out once. And she fouls back the off-speed pitch into the net, 2-2. Good discipline. We've seen both sides fouling off a lot of these off-speed pitches, just really having some difficulty with putting them into play. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. And that's just the 2nd strikeout for McGinnis of this game. And now Bartholomew will come up to the plate, the right fielder. She's 1 for 2 today, drove in a run. Takes a fastball for a strike. It's 0-1 with 1 out. Swats that one foul down the 3rd base line, a little bit out in front of it. Strike 2. Popped up on the infield. Called out by DeSimone. They make the play. That's 2 outs. And now Kropinski comes up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 today. Struck out once. And had a put out. Lined at short, makes the catch, ends the inning. And that's 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Tampa still leads 2-1. We'll be right back. Galehouse coming up to the plate to start things off for the Spartans. Takes the first pitch, bouncing in the dirt for ball 1. She's 0 for 2 today, looking for her first hit of the day, playing right field. Sowers still out on the plate, on the mound, in the pitching circle. My apologies. Takes it up high, ball 3. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Takes a strike over the inside corner, and it's 3-1. Galehouse looking all the way on that one. Three one. Grounder. One hop to short. And she is out by half a step. That was a close call, but the ump sent it in the direction of Bloomsburg. Called her for the first out. It was a tight one. But they got her. Nice play by Kropinski to play that one hop. Came flying up at her chest. And now Chevalier comes up to the plate. Takes ball one. Fastball. Chevalier 0 for 2 today. Struck out once. And she takes a ball down low in the dirt for a ball. Delivery from Sowers. Popped up, and that's likely. It goes foul. It bounces. I believe that the catcher Little lost track of it. It looked like it was heading completely out of play into the netting, but it stayed in and just bounced behind her. Those are always difficult to be able to find, especially pulling off the catcher's mask and trying to search through the sky. There's no bright sunlight, but it was likely a difficult one to find, and by the time she realized it was coming down and staying in play, it was a little too late. That pitch is ball 3. It's 3-1 now. Chevalier with another chance. Driven into the left field corner, but it is caught in foul ground for the second out. A fly out that's going to go F7 to Weedlich, who's also had a day on the field today. 2 down. Both sides' bats have been relatively quiet. 10 hits total, although they've made some noise in the past couple innings. And there's a called strike on Perkins. She's 0 for 2 today, looking for her first hit of the day. With 2 out. And takes one low and outside for a ball. Charging up in that box on every pitch. And that's definitely a trade-off situation with that type of hitting strategy as she grounds this one through the hole into center field for a base hit. As I was just going to say, charging up like that can help drive that ball through holes, as she just did, but it can also take away a little bit of power, being unable to wait back on off-speed pitches when you run up like that, but it works on the fastballs, as we just saw, a base hit. And now DeSimone's up to the plate. She's 2 for 2. Takes it off speed, which has been a common theme throughout this game for both sides. Called strike, 0-1. DeSimone has a double in this game and a base hit. And she takes one just off the corner outside for a ball as the crowd expresses its disapproval. Likely Bloomsburg fans. Here we go. Off speed. Ball. 2-1. And these Husky fans are not having any of it. They are definitely frustrated. Those were a couple of close pitches. Here we go. DeSimone whiffs on the fastball to even the count at 2-2. Spartans are now 7 for 21 total. Batting .333 as a team in this game. Fly ball, center field. And it's Bartholomew who takes charge and control to make the catch and end the inning. We head to the top of the 7th. Still 2-1, just one hit that inning. We'll be right back.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Namath up to the plate for the Huskies as McGinnis remains on the mound. In the pitching circle, excuse me. Swing and a miss for strike one. Fastball down the middle. And with 0 for 2 today, struck out once. Looking to get some offense going for Bloomsburg in this highly defensive game from both sides. And she swings and misses on the high fastball. Puts her in an 0-2 hole. Meanwhile, McGinnis looking for her third strikeout of the day. In her fourth inning currently. And she just gets a piece off the end of the bat, fouled off, out of play, into the net. Staying alive, it's 0-2. Here we go. And she fouls off another one into right. Slightly late on these pitches, but getting enough of the barrel to stay alive, foul these pitches off, knock them the other way, making McGinnis work just a little bit harder to get her, if she can. 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. High fastball, strike three, one down. Wide leg coming up to the bat. Playing left field today. And she punches one into center field. Line drive base hit. And that's the fifth hit for Bloomsburg today. Putting her on first. Her first hit of the day. And now Katie Leonard comes up to the plate. The leadoff hitter. We're back at the top of the order. She's 2 for 3 today. 2 singles. Looking for her third hit of the day. And she taps one to short. To second for one. Back to first. They can't get her, and the ball rolls out of play. So that's going to advance the runner over to second in an attempt for a double play. End up almost how they started. Runner on second now instead with 2 outs. And that's going to be a throwing error. So they turned 1 at second. And Culp is up to bat now. Takes a strike on the fastball, 0-1. 2 outs, 0-1. Looking for her first hit of the day. And she swats one foul out of play down the third baseline. Oh, 0-2 count now. 2 outs. The pitch. And she punches this left field foul. Just out of reach of Fantone. Ball was pulling away from her. Had some backspin on it. Just not enough on that for her to be able to track it down. But still 0-2. Still alive. And McGinnis looking, loading, delivering. Low and outside, ball 1. 1-2 now. One-two pitch. Fly ball, left field. Fantone's got it, and that ends the inning. Tampa holds Bloomsburg without any damage yet again. It's still 2-1. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. My apologies. That's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. University of Tampa Spartans win 2-1, defeating Bloomsburg in the first game of this doubleheader. It was highly defensive, not much offense up until the middle innings in the 4th and the 5th. A couple of base hits drove in a few runs for both sides, and we saw some really solid pitching all around for both teams. Galehouse and McGinnis. My apologies. It was originally Feldman and McGinnis for the Tampa Spartans, and then Sowers on the mound for Bloomsburg Huskies, doing an all-around good job, but ultimately it was the Tampa Bats that got in that extra run to help win the game off a single. And we'll see how this next game goes, if it will be the opposite, if it maybe the offense will come out to play for both sides as the defenses and the pitching starts to tire out, or if it'll be more of the same. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Tampa Spartans 2, Bloomsburg Huskies 1. We'll be back for game 2. Thank you.